Introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Victor Castella. I'm from Barcelona, Spain, a pro wrestler with almost 17 years of experience, the master of uno, dos, tres. Yes.
Outstanding. Very good. This is called Just Turn Heel. I like to look at different wrestlers throughout. You're my first international star, not only from Spain, but also from Canada. So you're winning everyone over. Uh, so I start with the basic questions. What got you involved in wrestling?
What got me involved in wrestling? Well, I discovered wrestling when I was actually pretty well, not not as a kid. I was 16 at the time, and the answer is one man called Rey Mysterio, because I really enjoyed watching him in the ring, watching everything he would do. It was just an instant attraction for me, and I never had ever seen wrestling before. So it was just, whoa, what is this world? It's like real life superheroes, and I got hooked to it. 1 year later, I found a school in Barcelona, Spain, and here I am doing this interview.
Outstanding. So you said Rey Mysterio. What other wrestlers influenced you once you got into the business, or like looking into the business? What other wrestlers got influenced you?
Yeah, so once I got in, I studied a lot of, well, there was Daniel Bryan, The Rock. I watched a lot of Eddie Guerrero, my God, Kurt Angle, and all sorts of high flyers too. I really enjoyed Pac, Neville, and Ricochet.
Outstanding. Now, what style would you consider yourself? Because you mentioned those high flyer. Because I saw you're a welterweight champion
Mhm.
in Canada. Is it?
Yes, I was the cruiserweight
Oh,
Commonwealth Cruiserweight Champion.
yeah.
Unfortunately, last show I lost the
We
title.
didn't hear that. La, 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 la.
That's too
You're
bad.
a champion in our hearts.
And it happens. It happens. It was almost a 2 year run, so it was very good. I'm very proud of it. And a style I would consider myself. Actually, I started, yes, as a high flyer. I was, well, 17, small guy, so no choice really. But later on, studying more wrestling and its technique and takedowns and all of that, I adopted a lot of technical aspect to it. And now, yes, I'm most definitely a technician, but I hint some high flying. I still use it a lot because not only I am agile, but it helps me. Yeah, it helps me to put matches, go through the matches, especially against bigger guys.
Favorite Victor Castella on his way to the ring. Frank Jofo, what are your thoughts on the young Victor Castella and his 2023 so far?
Well, to me, I think if I do believe he only lost to Billy Stone in a non-title match. So he's got a lot to prove in 2024 right here. Maybe going for the World British Commonwealth Heavyweight Championship of the world. And we're going to be seeing maybe a little bit of a preview here of him versus Drew Onyx,
I'll
the
tell you
British
what, Victor's always in tremendous conditioning, tremendous shape, very agile, his mobility, known for his high flying. I don't know if this man Juanis will be able to tame the speed, but he does not look intimidated at all by anything.
What does it mean today? He's the champion.
Juanis, look at that, just completely in love with himself at the moment.
When you're the champion,
I do you say? Just took his eye off the prize for a second, got a little too cocky, and 1, 2, 3, Paulo Triassi lost. You know? But right now, we gotta see what. And there's say what you want about Drew Onyx. The veteran was gonna play every card he has in his hand.
of course.
Why not? Pull in the toolbox, pull every trick out of his sleeve. Any cliche you want to use, Drew Onyx will use it here. Any advantage you can. As always, you see the agility of Victor Castella, not being intimidated by the size and getting control right now. And Drew Onyx, a master
Just
at the grapple size. You see right there, just the sheer size difference. Drew doesn't even need to put that much weight on that arm, and the torque.
If he wanted to, he could snap that arm in half if he really wanted to right now.
Victor Castella trying to stay cool, and quick under. Looking for a snap near.
I gotta give it to Victor here. He's trying to isolate the neck. Trying to bother Drew Onyx a bit here during this match. Maybe it'll help him in the long run.
But I gotta say, I'm thinking right now he's in a little too close. I feel he's got some sort of stick and move type of thing here. He shouldn't be in the realm of Drew Onyx. He's got to hit and move. The fans here, not Drew Onyx fans, as you could hear. Nice duck under there with Victor Castella going again for a takeover, but can't get his eye off the prize there. And
it's going to take a lot more than that. It's going to take a lot more than that.
Could Victor get him down? Ducks into the bullseye there, another duck under. Drew Onyx looking so, and a smart move there as Victor shows that he could use his brains as well on Drew Onyx.
Ooh, shades of Samoa Joe right there.
And again, Drew Onyx is a second too late as he's focusing on gloating.
He's taking his time. He's a champion. He knows what he's doing.
Oh, and Victor, a beautiful maneuver there, getting back into the ring. Oh, and Drew is going for the trip. Oh, and Victor Castella with a double stomp right to the face. And Drew Onyx is going to roll out. He's definitely going to shake off some. Mostly from dirty tactics. Victor Castella always having to come out from underneath.
Wow. He's got to prove himself a lot more than Drew Onyx here. He is the smaller competitor. He's got to stay on his feet. Drew Onyx could just stand there, Phil.
Drew Onyx for a half Nelson. Irish up to the corner. Oh, and Castella gets booed up there on time. He's a cruiserweight champion, the Commonwealth cruiserweight champion. And he's looking for it here. Going for that famous 450. Could he do it? And no. Drew Onyx moves, but he's able to land on his feet and roll through. Oh, that beautiful knee raise to the face.
If Victor wants to win this match, he's going to have to stay on top of him like this. He cannot give Drew Onyx a second to think. Oh, and that's what happens. You got to get up, Drew. The referee going to help him up.
The fans on their feet. Victor Castella.
I think if he hits
some center torture chamber point wrestling history.
You say you got involved in the school in Barcelona. So there's Euro style. Then you're in Canada. There's Canadian ground and pound. So is there a big difference? Because I watch SIW, German wrestling. It's more grounded. You don't see that much high flying, but you were influenced. So is there a difference between the Euro style and the Canadian style?
Yes, and you're right in the sense the European style is more based. It comes pretty much from the United Kingdom, and they were very technical right there. And Barcelona, or the school where I come from, they actually took it from Andre Baker, the school. There was NWA Hammerlock there, and actually Finn Balor came from that school, and my coach trained a little bit with Andre Baker after he got Paul Tracy, one of his students, which was Finn Balor's partner actually for a little while. So we based our style in Barcelona. In Europe, as you said, is very technical. It's true, it's kind of grounded. But I would say too that with the time, we're talking about, I started in 2008, well, December 2007 anyway. With that time, I think everything kind of evolved together a little bit, especially with the social medias and the internet, how we could watch and study everything and everyone. But as a tradition, yes, it's more technical at first, and later here in Canada, I would say is very much similar to the US, what the United States is, because at the same time is their influence, right?
Yeah.
Like, they're neighbors.
Yes. Now this question takes some thinking. what matches do you think overtime influenced you? And they don't have to be a 5-star match. I always tell people, who cares about Dave Meltzer? What matches that you watch, you said, wow, this match, it could be like a squash, but you said this match influenced me. I really like this match. So do you have a match that really pulled your strings?
Well, as you said, there's many matches that for sure influence, but two that I can think of from top of my head is Eddie Guerrero against Tuchel Scorpio. I think it was ECW, if I'm not mistaken. But that was a match that really put Guerrero on the map. It really made him look amazing. And it's funny because I watched that match and I thought, oh wow, that's so interesting, and how they wrestle, how they move, the technique, but the high flying, which is what I am, right? And then at some point later on, I got the chance to train with Tuchel Scorpio, and that was very cool. And the other match that I put, like the match as a what is pro wrestling, and I think everyone should watch once in a lifetime, is The Rock versus Hogan, WrestleMania. That's a match of perfect storytelling. Yeah, it's like
Two icons. So you kind of lead me into my next question, and this is a question I ask everyone. So far I've got 90% of the people say one thing, which I was really confused. To build a perfect wrestler, what do you think is more important? Personality, charisma, ability, or look? Out of those three, what do you think is the most important?
well, that's a very good way to put it. Like I always, actually, my former coach used to tell me those three things are the ones that a wrestler, should have. The more you have of each, of course, the better the wrestler or more complete is. But he used to say you at least need two of those to have it on point, to stand up. So that much of a which one thing is for sure, if you have at least two strong ones and you can, kind of move around the weaker you got, the better. But to me, I was very heavily focused on technique and like I was like, no, I want to do the high flying moves and I want to do this and I want to do that. But then later on with the years, I started to realize character needs to be there.
Yeah, that's 90%. Yeah.
It's all, because at the end of the day, if you ask someone, do you know this move in this match, that they're gonna say, no, I don't know which move are you talking about, which hold, or well, maybe a hold if you really put it over, but if you say, do you know that match, The Rock and Hogan? Oh yeah, of course I know. Yeah, oh my God, yeah. But you ask them which move did they do?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our opening contest. It is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit, and it is for the Commonwealth Cruiserweight Championship. Introducing first the challenger in this corner from Montreal, Quebec, weighing in at 160 pounds, Rockstar Pearl Triassi. And introducing his opponent in this corner, coming from Barcelona, Spain, weighing in at 175 pounds, he is the reigning defending Commonwealth Cruiserweight Champion, Victor Castella. Our referee charged this contest, Adam Brighton.
Greetings, wrestling fans, and thank you so much to events and footage. Lots of great stuff on there. But right now, we are going to get to the opening contest, which, as I said before, is for the Torture Chamber Pro Wrestling Commonwealth Cruiserweight Championship. The champion, right there on the right, you got Victor Castella out of Barcelona, Spain, has proudly defended that title for 21 months and counting after he won it off of Eddie Vergara.
What do you say? Did you see what I did?
wrist control right now. As Castella does some work here and puts Triassi on his back for just a moment. Just a moment. Castella in firm control here, ducks the clothesline, springboard from the middle rope, cross body, not enough to keep him down for 3, but impressive nonetheless. Castella enjoying the sounds of the crowd being firmly in his camp. Triassi took just a little too much time to pat himself on the back and paid for it. Scoop slam. And going to the top, calling for that 450 splash that he's known for. If he hits this could be it. Oh, Triassi saw it coming. Kicks the legs out from underneath him. And Castella goes crashing to the canvas. Castella needs to be careful. Triassi's not the kind of guy who lets grudges just kind of go by. He doesn't let things go. This is a man who is vicious, he is brutal, he is ruthless, calculating, a cruel man. I mean, if you go back and check out some of his past footage in Torture Chamber Pro Wrestling, his lauded feud with Johnny Taco, I mean, you can see how the man holds a grudge and continues to let the rage behind his eyes simmer and burn for a long, long time. This is a man who, when you anger him, he makes it a point to be a thorn in your side for as long as possible. Usually your only hope is to just get through the match and let him forget about you. If you get on his radar, forget about it. Drop kick to the spine of the champion. Off the ropes now. Double boots right to the face. And a couple of fans, they have resigned to the fact that they understand they gotta admit when the man is good. 2 count only. Castella still in this one, but Triassi firmly in control. Triassi not unfamiliar with having gold around his waist. He's held multiple titles in the Canadian area. Wants to add this one to his trophy case. He blocks the suplex there, turns it around. Triassi with a very nice reversal, but still not enough to keep him down. Always very appreciative of ETWA coming together with other promotions. When professional wrestling works together, everybody wins, folks. And this partnership with Torture Chamber Pro Wrestling tonight is nothing but a win for both of us. As Triassi takes a moment to congratulate himself again. It only goes for a 2 count. Something tells me the folks here at the Sunnyside Elementary School in Stansted, Quebec are going to be really upset if they're here to witness a championship reversal here. Wait a minute, hold on. Castella, light on his feet. Into a death block. Has the challenger's legs wrapped up. And Triassi doing his best to break up the hole, and he does so. But Victor Castella not done. Just relentless with his onslaught into an armbar. You see Triassi had his hands clasped, keeping the pressure off of his joints, but now just resorting to brute force, punching his way out of that one. Whatever it takes. Fireman's carry position, but it looks like the damage to that knee is finally taking hold, and Castella crumbles under the pressure. Triassi now pulling the champion over to the steel ring post. This is the hardest part of the ring, folks. And that's a one-way ticket to a 6-month vacation right there. To your couch. Hold on a second, Triassi, up to the top rope. And doesn't want to give it to the fans. Sensed that the fans wanted to see him come off the ropes and do something spectacular. Triassi said, "No way, I'm not here to please the fans." What a jerk. That was some disrespectful treatment to the champion. No surprise if you're familiar with Triassi. And it looks like Castella has had just about enough. Swings into it and buys himself some time. Referee Adam Brunton starts the count. Castella trying to will himself and the fans back into this. You can see the damage still apparent on that leg, but powering back up to his feet. Peppering the challenger with shots. What a combo. Nice spinning back kick, but you see the damage done. It affected him just as much. When you get into a groove and you get into some habits that you're used to, you forget that you have an injury. But if that kick was effective enough, this is going to be it. Let's see if that knee holds out. Castella on the top. No! Triassi out of the way. Castella putting more damage on that knee in the process. Fall away slam by the challenger. And Castella is in a bad spot right now. Kick to the arm, loosen it up. Northern Lights suplex. 2 count only, not enough to keep the champion down. Both of these men so well versed in their craft. Neither ever has a clear advantage because you never know when the other is just going to pull something out of nowhere. Just like that. DDT right down the difference maker. Castella with the top rope in his sights once again. Could this be it? Up to the top. Keep your eyes in the skies, folks. 450 splash nails it. And he's got it. What a clinic being put on.
That's it. Like the common viewer, the average person will remember the wrestlers, the characters, the people involved, right?
Exactly.
So, most definitely, I would say, above all, character. You need to find something in you that can be understood by the others and establish yourself as a personality.
Exactly. Because of what I always bring up afterwards, Hulk Hogan, you could remember all his matches because it's few moves, but you remember everything. Now, Bret the Hitman Hart, great technical, but you can't remember, unless he's wrestling someone really big, you can't remember Bret the Hitman Hart. And he's great, one of the best, but you can't remember his matches. Well, Hulk Hogan, not great technically, you'll remember all his matches. So that's important. Character is important.
Exactly. What you would remember from Bret is that he's very good. That's for sure. And he had some charisma. He had some personality too. But that's it. What made you feel of Bret is, oh, I know his matches are great. What does he? I don't know, but they're great.
Exactly.
But it's what you say, Hogan. You remember his hulking out. So for sure.
Exactly. Now again, your influence, because I always mention when you see Hulk Hogan, everyone knows Hulk Hogan. So again, you said you saw the match, Rey Mysterio. So how was it different in Europe compared to other places? I know it sounds like a complicated question, but again, like you said the different styling and stuff like that. So how was basically, I should say, how is wrestling looked upon in Europe compared to other places? Professional wrestling.
So in Europe, what I feel is more family orientated overall. All the shows they put on are pretty much to go for an audience that it's a more average audience. It's more for families and kids, and there is audience that really likes wrestling and follows WWE, AEW, and even other companies like New Japan stuff, but it's a smaller percentage than for sure US or Canada. So I would say the biggest difference is that you need to acknowledge that. You need to acknowledge that shows are more for regular viewers. So you have to be aware of what you should do, what you shouldn't do in a match, what type of show you want to present. And also for the promoters, that's a bit, it comes from, I speak about that because I used to go to France a lot of times. I went to Portugal a couple, and they have the old tradition that they used to do in pro wrestling back in the 80s or 70s even, like that they rent the bullfighters, and there's plaza in France, and they would do shows there, and all together the balls of wrestling and all that. That's why I'm saying it's more tradition, it's more for families, it's more for it's a show just once in a very while, so you cannot really do storylines or long-term things. You have to establish what it is right away. And I would say maybe UK is a bit different. UK, their audience really grew, and even WWE knew that, and that's why there's the NXT UK and all that. That I would say is exception. Maybe Germany was into that too with WXW, but overall, that's what I would say. The European style adapts to respect to the audience.
I did not know that. Has Brad Alexis been featured on the Joe Folder podcast?
Well, you know what? The invitation has been given out to him, and we will be having him in studio in the coming weeks. That's a guarantee. Black Quebecois champions with Jeremy Prophet, Carl Jepsen, Jessica Black. And this is going to be a tough test for Victor Castella here. After winning the last match at the last event against Surfer Mitch, if I'm not mistaken, and now he's got a tough test here with the veteran Brad Alexis.
Fans are feeling him here early in.
Of course.
Like you said, could be all the song. Speaking of theme songs and who sing them, Dev Dibs featured on the official entrance music of his partner, Jeremy Prophet. But Brad Alexis here ready to show the Torture Chamber Pro Wrestling fans what him and the Black Quebecois are all about.
That's for sure.
And his opponent.
Victor Castella. It's one thing about this guy, he likes to defend that title, and he defends it in every promotion known to man. You'll even defend it 2 times in one night if it has to be. But what a joy to watch this gentleman here, and big things for him in 2023 as well. Proud favorite, high flyer, champion. You'll find anyone will come and take that title away from him, so he's got to be on his toes every single second that he's in that ring, especially against a guy like Brad Alexis. Look at the agility on Brad here. Oh, look at Victor go here. Oh.
Look at these men go with speed, trying to outsmart each other.
Oh, wow.
And a quick head scissor there. Brad Alexis just sent across the ring.
Right on his back.
I spoke too soon, and Victor ducking
fast. Look how fast. That's the quickness of Victor right here. Look.
Getting the position on the back. Cross face choke.
You can see it in Brad's face how much this hurts right now.
And he's in pain. Brad Alexis.
Referee in perfect position right now. It's for the cruiserweight.
And look at that.
Oh, look at that reversal.
And that's that veteran experience. Oh, what a reversal.
Oh, I thought he had him there, Brad. That's it.
Flying
No wasted
strike to the
motion there.
jaw.
Beautiful.
Castella back up to the corner.
That's it.
A chop heard around the arena here.
That's it. Echoing in the rafters.
Brad back on top here.
Ooh.
Not this
He
time.
was ready for it, Brad. He was ready.
Oh, but he wasn't ready for that. Victor was ready for that punch. Now
What's
Brad
this?
seems to be stunned from that.
Ooh, modified stunner.
Modified
Brad looks
stunner.
woozy. Oh,
That's a
oh,
hook.
yes. It's over. Oh, I thought it was there.
And Brad, as you saw that, had his legs over the arms.
What is this? A modified figure four? I've never seen this before in my life. Wow, what is this? What a move.
What is this?
Submission.
See, he's using that foot to apply.
Brad's
extra
shoulders
pressure
are
to
not
the
on the
knee.
mat.
Very unorthodox submission here by Victor Castella.
I can tell you that hurts right now. You can see the anguish in Brad Alexis'
Agony.
face.
It's in a world of
agony. Oh, shoulders down. Ref in perfect position.
And Victor lets him out.
I wouldn't let him out on
Look
there.
at that. Brad going with the eyes.
Yeah, the ref didn't see it. Perfect. That's it, Brad.
Gets him off balance just
That's it.
enough.
Victor
Brad
can
Alexis
beat him
again
on the
finds his way
outside.
to the
So.
ropes.
Ooh, spear.
Spears his way back into the
Wow.
ring from the outside.
This is the moment where Brad has to take control of this match here. He can win a championship here. There it is.
Since that 2 seconds, and he does
This
that
ref.
strut every time.
Next event, I'm going to talk to this ref. I would have did it. I would have did it. There's a championship on the line here, ref.
Brad.
Lives could change here in a matter of a second.
Shout out to the ref who didn't really flinch on that one.
Flinch.
He was. And the fans with some X-rated comments
10 minutes of
as we reach a midway mark of this match, allotted time.
Oh, vicious knee.
This could be it. This could be it right here.
He hits this,
got
it's
him
over.
up.
He hits this, it's
We could have a
over.
new champion. We could have
It's
a new
over.
champion.
It's over.
Here it is. 2.
Oh! He counted. That was 3. That was 3.
And even
That
Frank
was
couldn't
3.
believe it.
Did you see the ref hit the third? That was 3. Click on that replay. That was 3.
I'm
Unbelievable.
sure Ref Brandon is watching on replay in the back.
Unbelievable. That's a new champion right there. I don't care what anybody says.
Victor Castella with a 2.75 count.
The ref has it out for Brad Alexis. It has to be. That was a 3 count if I've ever seen it.
Oh, and
There you go. Embarrass him.
Disrespect.
The champion.
May have not been the right move.
Did that just rile up Victor Castella here? Look at this. Sequence here.
Oh,
Slam. Springboard to the... Wow, look at this.
I've seen this before.
Wow.
1, 2.
And the resiliency of Brad kicking out of that.
He's put a lot of people away with that combination right
Wow. That was impressive.
there. Victor Castella is calling for it. Is it the time?
The unos, dos, tres. If he hits this, it's over.
The fans are calling for it.
Brad. Oh, look at Brad.
No, just in the nick
Look
of time.
at this. Just when you thought Victor Castella had the upper hand, suplex off the top rope. It's over.
This is it.
This is a new champ.
New champion.
2.
No.
No.
He picks him up for another suplex or a power slam.
If it's not over here, I don't know what the hell what to say.
Oh,
The ref.
and he got his shoulder up. The cameraman is in our way.
Oh no, wait. He has him in a submission here. He reversed it into a submission. Victor Castella.
Wow. What a competitor.
Look at this. The shoulder torqued. Look at the shoulder.
This is awesome
This
coming
is
from
awesome.
the crowd. Again, Brad is able to get his way out of that. The veteran experience always becoming a factor.
Oh, the bandana's off.
The bandana's off.
Oh, he missed the kick. Ooh, right to the chops. Oh, look at
Look at the
this.
speed. Look at those combinations.
Oh,
Brad's down. Victor's pulling him. Look at
standing
One, two.
moonsault.
No.
That's not going to be enough. That will not be enough.
The fans are calling for it. The fans are calling for it.
Like I said, if he
This is the third
hits
attempt.
this,
This is the uno, dos, tresium.
that's what it's called. Uno, dos, tres.
Yeah. That's the tres time that he tries it. The tres. And again.
Oh!
Again.
Wow, he's taking his time going up the top rope. You got to be quick.
Brad Alexis will not go away.
Of course not.
This is why he's in this match.
They call him the franchise.
The franchise. This is not looking good. This could be it. This could
This
be
could
it.
end it here.
This has got to be it.
Oh!
1, 2.
Oh,
And
look
the
at
leg on
that.
the ropes.
Always good to know where you are in the ring, and as a champion,
Brad should
Wow.
have pulled him a little bit closer to the middle of the ring, which I thought he would do. We were talking about his veteran
Wow.
experience all night, but right there, he just,
wow,
that's a fundamental.
he's flustered now. He's.
That's a fundamental.
This is where game plans get thrown away, and you just have to do whatever comes to mind right now. First thing that comes to mind.
The look in his face, I feel like he's thinking, what else do I throw at this guy?
Exactly. Oh, right back to the chops.
Always resorting to the violence. The Jeremy Prophet staple.
Slow him down. Chop does it good. Does the trick. Oh, back on the top rope here. Oh, and another chop. Oh, what's this?
What's Brad thinking here?
What's this?
Oh my God, this is not looking good. Come on, Brad. He's got a family, damn it. He's got a family. What's he doing? Oh no! And Victor's showing life. At the last second, 1 second more, he was going over.
I think that would have did it for Brad if he would have hit that.
Stiff elbows to the rib cage, and now some shots to the head,
Wow, the champion, the heart,
throwing him off.
getting some adrenaline from the crowd here. Oh,
The big boot.
might have knocked out a tooth there. Oh, now another one to the chest.
Well-timed defense there by Victor Castella.
And the crowd's getting behind Victor here. Oh, that's it. Oh, here it is.
He's looking to the crowd. The crowd's calling
For the
for it.
fourth time. 450 hits it.
Right on the money.
Brad, kick out.
3.
Outstanding. Now, okay, this is my generic question I ask everyone. What is your Mount Rushmore of wrestlers? And you could have one of your favorites and one do you think influential? And not the ones that influence you, but you think these are the people that are very important in wrestling. So you could have two Mount Rushmores. First, your favorites. I know you mentioned the influence, but favorites could be something different.
Mm-hmm. So I start with the Mount Rushmore that I consider more okay. So, well, I would say Hogan,
Yeah.
Stone Cold, Steve Austin. I would say Ric Flair, and I guess nowadays, I guess we could put also The Rock in that one.
Okay.
Because his influence outside of wrestling is very big, and
Yeah.
it really drags.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say those four due to their influence in the wrestling, in the business itself, what they brought and how they changed the game, etc. As for my favorites, yes, I could say Rey Mysterio goes first. It's the first one I discovered, and I
perfect.
really enjoyed. Then I would say Eddie Guerrero, because the best matches Ray was having was with Eddie. So, oh my God, that Eddie Guerrero, I really
Well,
like
with Eddie Guerrero, a lot of people they only think of the WWE, but he went to New Japan. He went to CMLL. AAA. He really absorbed the sport. That's why out of the Guerreros, he was the one that really stepped above because he actually did the work.
Yes, no, he was no, he was amazing in all the ways of wrestling. We were saying about charisma,
Yep,
physique, technique. He hit
he
all
got
the
all. Yep.
hit them all. He hit
Okay.
them all. Then I would say, oh, The Rock. I always
Yeah.
enjoy watching The Rock, either just promos or matches. I always had fun. And I would say last one, Dean Malenko. I really, I from technical to technical, of course. Like
Yeah.
Dean, it was like I have a whole notepad filled up with his matches. Just
Outstanding. Not many people mention him, but yeah, he was a very good, the man of 1,000 moves. Can't go wrong with that, right?
yes, no. I find Dean, you can really enjoy him if you're really into wrestling, into
Uh,
the art of the technical aspect of wrestling.
Like nowadays, there's Zack Sabre Jr. that does all that styling and stuff like that, and I like that. And like I said, I like watching all around the world. Uh, I have another show called just I'm confusing them. I have another show called Everything That's Everything Wrestling that I break down different things. I break down New Japan and stuff like that, and other influential stuff of wrestling. Because a lot of people only know WWE or AEW now. I like to spread it a little bit, but
Most definitely. And
again, and especially now, like renaissance of wrestling right now, like Cody Rhodes took that phrase, but I said it actually before him. But
okay.
that's not here and now.
And
Okay,
it's funny that you mentioned Zack Sabre Jr., but I met him, well, actually, when I started 16 years ago. He came to Barcelona. He used to go to the UK. He came a few times, and he was already outstanding. He was already very, very good. And we all thought, well, I guess this guy is a matter of time that he's going to end up places. And yes, most definitely he did.
yeah, he put in the work.
Mhm.
Uh Now there's another general question. What is your ultimate goal? What is something like, I got into this business, this is what I want.
Yeah, so that goal has been changing. The years have
Oh,
been
that's
passing.
okay. Discuss each one and why
Oh,
they changed.
sure. Like, no, when I
This show's
started,
about you.
okay, my goal right now is to wrestle for one of the big companies. Like,
Yeah.
go there and have a match at the very least. And I kind of had I had Ring of Honor lately. I kind of had a little match there, but I want to have regular matches in either company. That's my goal nowadays. But my first goal was just to have a match. I want to have a match. That was my first goal, and I kind of got it prematurely in 3 months. I go, all right, you have your match. What already? Oh, okay, well, let's see. And later on, for wrestling internationally, once that was achieved, I thought, I want to go to Japan, and I managed in 2013 to go to Zero One Dojo. I got there, trained, and wrestled. And later on, yes, it started to become a thing. I was like, okay, I want to make a living out of this. I want to travel to many places. I wanted. I still haven't been able to wrestle in the US because visas and all that is very complicated, and I rather not play with fire. But in Canada, I managed. Yes, it's very good here. I'm right now at the Torture Chamber Pro Wrestling Dojo, which is the school Drew Onyx runs it, and I really recommend to check out for any aspiring wrestlers in Canada, in the area of Montreal. That's the place you gotta be.
No, and see with your experience, this question just came up because you have that experience from New Japan, well, not New Japan, but Japan,
Mhm.
Europe, Canadian, and you would be a perfect person to go to discuss because you experienced it. So let's general. If a young person comes to you, what advice would you give them looking at those different wrestling? What is the best thing for them to get their foot in the door? Because out of all the wrestlers, like you actually told me you did this, and that's very important. A lot of the wrestlers I've spoken with only have the United States experience, but now just hearing you. So if a young person comes to you, what advice would you give them? Would you tell them, like, go to Japan, try the different styles, go for that one?
Well, what I would say, first of all, don't set up a big goal, and then you get demoralized, depressed in within 2 weeks. You're not gonna make it. Set up small goals, be consistent, listen to your coach, and master the elemental things. Like it's everything. We can all learn a move or two. In how many tries do you really need? But to know where to step, when to step, use your hips, time your things. That's the most important, and the things that you need to work the most. And as I said, setting small goals first. But yeah, once you achieve them, still be hungry. Set up newer goals. And if your goal is to wrestle internationally, I would say, well, catch whatever you can first, but try everything. Don't discard. Don't say, oh well, I'm not a big fan. I don't know of Mexico. No, hey, if you have a chance, if you know someone, if the opportunity presents to you, don't miss it out. Don't think, oh well, if I go here, maybe I won't be able to go there. No, just go. You have a secure shot. Just do it. You never know what's gonna happen after. And yeah, be open-minded and listen and be consistent. Apply, train consistently. That's my biggest advice to someone who's starting.
See, that's a good thing to have. I like everyone else I've spoken to, like you actually have the world experience, so that's very important, and that's why I think that's really good to hear. If someone hears it from someone that's gone through it, it's more important. Like I could tell anyone, oh, do this. I don't have that experience. I may be a big fan, but I'm not that. So thank you very much with that one. Now here's a question. Some people take this offensive, and I don't mean it. What do you feel the indies mean to you? Because I know you've been in the bigs, you ROH, you stuff like, but ultimately the indies are the heart and soul of wrestling. And I think nowadays it's kind of lost because people are taking it for granted. Now they have NXT, they have like ROH, they have they even New Japan now, they have the dojo that goes directly. But ultimately the indies created like the wrestling, like the starting point. So to you, what do you feel the indies mean to you?
Well, for me, the indies are the territory where you learn. I would say, in a way, you'll learn what can truly wrestling can truly be. Because as you said, that you mentioned the dojos and the you know performance centers, whatever. They are very good to avoid certain problems, and it makes sense. Like, why would you want problems? Just don't do it, and you'll learn from it. But the indies teach you to deal with problems, not to avoid them, not to imagine them. You face them. You face them face to face. So when something doesn't go as you thought, or things start to go south, and it is, oh my god, like the more you wrestle in the indies, the faster you deal with all that, and they can truly make a wrestler grow in a way that, of course, any program can make wrestlers grow in a faster pace, and if you have the best coaches and the best places, most definitely. But when you come from, is what we say, when you come from the indies, or places that you never thought that wrestling could become that, or we could wrestle here. As I said before, in a ball plaza, like we had to change where we're, and there were guys like, with the red thing teaching the other kids how to do it, and we're like, we're changing here. All right, well,
No,
never.
because I think today's society, I'm not trying to be general, but I think people want quick reward. I want to be the fame, and I don't think that works because, for instance, Gable Steveson, I don't want to talk about. They had so much anticipation. This guy's going to be this, this, this. But I think that's the fault there because this guy didn't go roughing out. Right away, they said he was drafted to like Raw twice, but never had a ring experience. And I think that hurt him. And sadly, too many people want quick, quick, quick. Oh, I want the pay. I want the money. I want the money. But those wrestlers don't last long. Here's another thing. People with the experience with the indies, they're very good with the fans because they experience things. But these people that heard, oh, you're very famous, they don't know how to treat the fans, which is really sad. Because one of the things I always say, I met Adam Cole, one of the nicest human beings in the world. But he did the indies, he did the proper way. Then there's some other wrestlers, I won't mention the name because he actually issued a death warrant against me. So I'm like, okay. But this guy, because they wanted to push him right away, he didn't know how to deal with fans. And he thought he was entitled to this, entitled to that. And I think that's wrong. I think that's another thing that the aspect of the indies is a good thing. So look, put the ring together. You learn that ability. For instance, also with the indies, you get their all experience. Like a lot of these wrestlers now, they're trying to say the right to produce and stuff like that. It's that something that you would also be interested in doing, the hierarchy of wrestling, like to produce a match, to write a match. Because I think that's often like some of these wrestlers, oh, I'm just going to wrestle. But I think there's other facets that are more important.
Mhm.
And you can have a longer withstanding. Would that something be like a booker or something like that?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, before answering that question, what I wanted to say also the indies versus pro that you were mentioning, I would just compare it to acting and actors. Like there's actors that played in a small theater in their town, village of whatever. They know how rough it can be. They had to get out. They had to travel. They had to face, castings where it didn't go well, and they had to learn uh, on the road things how can go and how to improve them and somehow they manage and they're Hollywood stars now, let's say. So of course that actor will be more humble and also his acting is probably very good because as you said they faced things that okay, we have only one shot, you better act well if you're gonna make it right. Then other actors that maybe they're 5 years old, they get this shot, and since then, well, A-list Hollywood movies, and doesn't mean they're less good or anything, but it's true that there's not that aspect of, as you said, interaction with the fans or things that in wrestling is so important. You really need to know how to look at someone, how to, not let them distract you, but at the same time, don't ignore, etc. But and as you say in the indies too, that there's the possibilities of gathering more knowledge from uh, other aspects of the show, like being a well, I've been a referee. I think a lot of wrestlers when they start, you got a shot to be a referee. But yeah, being producer or booker is something that interests me. Yes, for the longer run,
Mhm.
because I also find the more you know about something where you're involved in it, because as a wrestler, you're involved in the booking, obviously. You're involved in production, yes, because you're going to come out in the curtain, behind the curtain and all that. So, but the more you know about that, about those, the job those people do, then you learn twice. You learn, oh yeah, I remember how they were booking, and I remember how you do this. And okay, so now that I have my booking in front of my face, I know this is like that, or I should do this, or I should maybe aim for that, blah, blah, blah. It helps you most definitely. As I said, the advice I was giving to newer wrestlers or whatever, that's another one too. Like, don't let, if you can be a referee, be a referee. If you can be a producer, be a producer. Don't never.
Referee, the Iron Sheik, that's what he started as. So, you can't, JR, Jim Ross, he was a
Mhm.
referee. So like a lot of people like frown upon it, but those are the fools. You should enjoy every aspect of wrestling.
Because you will understand the whole product much better.
Exactly. Now, this is before you promote yourself, I wanted to ask this question. If you had a choice to have a wrestling match, who would it be and what kind of match would you want against someone? It could be someone that's present, past, or whatever. But mostly I want present because to see the styling of what you could do. So if you could have a match with anyone,
Match with anyone, it has to be Rey Mysterio. Has to be Rey
outstanding.
Mysterio, and not just a regular match. Regular match, I would just love to have the chance to wrestle him, and that would be for me. One of those goals we're saying, yeah, for sure, that would be one lifetime goal. Have a match with Rey Mysterio. That's a man.
Outstanding. We start with Ray, we end with Ray. Now, the last 5 minutes, I want you to promote yourself. If you have anything, because this is going to be viewed on Sunday. So if you have anything going on Sunday on, what you want to promote yourself.
Yes, so as I said, my name is Victor Castella. It's been almost 17 years that I've been doing pro wrestling. It's something I love. It's something I want to keep doing for a long time. And I'm right now in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. I'm at the Torture Chamber Pro Wrestling Dojo. Is the school that is run by Drew Onyx. Is the best coach there is right now outside the professional leagues, but in the independent circuit that you can find, Drew Onyx is the man. Check him out. Check out the school. Check out my pages too. We have Instagram, Facebook, all the social medias you can find us. I'm right now. I used to be the Commonwealth Cruiserweight champion, but I unfortunately lost my title. But I'm gonna get it back next season. That starts in September. I'm sure I'm gonna get it back. I'm not letting the opponent Pablo Triasi get away with it. Also, I'm having a match at Death for Minds Victory Ring the next the 28th, no, the 25th. Sorry, the 25th, and I will be going back to Barcelona, Spain on June 1st, where we're having a big show in the school there that is called Resist Pro Wrestling. And as of that, that's who I am. I hope
Thank you so very much. And
it has helped whoever newer talent or older talent that is looking to either become a pro wrestler or continue to grow as a pro wrestler. That's what it's all about, to share the knowledge and learn from each other.
thank you so very much. I really appreciate this. You're a great guest. Like I said, I'm going to put this out this Sunday at 3 p.m. Central Time. So again, thank you so very much.
No,
Best wishes, and hopefully we could meet again.
yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much for inviting me.
No, thank you. I really appreciate it. Have a good one.
All right. Take care.
You too.
Bye.